FA-50 Philippines is expected to stand between one of the most contested seas on Earth and a rapidly changing security environment. Yet today, the Philippine Air Force relies on just 11 FA-50 fighters after one aircraft was lost during a night tactical mission on March 4, 2025. That single event immediately reduced a fleet that was already small, leaving one question that now dominates every defense discussion. Can a light fighter really keep the Philippines from becoming exposed over the South China Sea? The story begins long before the current tensions. In 2005, the Philippine Air Force retired its Northrop F-5 fighters, ending the country's supersonic fighter capability. For almost a decade, the nation had no true frontline fighter aircraft. That changed in 2014, when Manila signed a contract with Korea Aerospace Industries for 12 FA-50 aircraft. Deliveries were completed between 2015 and 2017, restoring a supersonic interceptor capability for the first time in years. Since then, the FA-50 has become far more than a training platform. It serves as the Philippine Air Force's primary fighter for air defense, interception, pilot conversion, precision strike, and international exercises. During the Battle of Marawi in 2017, FA-50 aircraft carried out precision air support missions against fortified militant positions, providing the type with its first real combat experience under Philippine service. But numbers matter. 11 aircraft on inventory do not mean 11 aircraft ready for immediate operations. Every modern fighter fleet must divide its aircraft between maintenance, inspections, pilot training, and operational readiness. At the same time, the geography is unforgiving. Scarborough Shoal lies roughly 220 kilometers west of Luzon, while Second Thomas Shoal is much farther from the country's main northern air bases. Even with a maximum speed of about Mach 1.5, every additional kilometer flown consumes fuel, limits time on station, and reduces operational flexibility. Leading global defense analysts argue that the real challenge is not whether the FA-50 can fly fast enough. It is whether such a limited fleet can remain available day after day across a vast maritime battle space. Before we go on, do you believe 11 fighters are enough to protect a nation surrounded by sea? Subscribe for more in-depth defense analysis. And tell me where you're watching from. The real test is not whether the FA-50 can take off quickly. It is whether this compact aircraft can detect a threat, reach the correct position, and respond before a more capable opponent controls the engagement. According to Korea Aerospace Industries, the FA-50 can reach about Mach 1.5 and operate at altitudes up to 45,000 feet. Its maximum takeoff weight is approximately 26,900 pounds. A single General Electric F404 engine produces up to 17,700 pounds of thrust, while 7 external stations allow the aircraft to carry fuel tanks, sensors, and weapons. These figures give the FA-50 credible speed and maneuverability, but they also confirm that it remains a light fighter with less fuel and payload capacity than larger aircraft, such as the F-16. Its strongest verified record comes from ground attack operations. During the Battle of Marawi in 2017, Philippine FA-50 aircraft conducted precision air support missions as government forces worked to regain control of fortified urban areas. That campaign demonstrated operational reliability and the ability to deliver guided weapons under demanding conditions. However, Marawi did not test the aircraft against modern airborne radar, electronic disruption, long-range surface defenses, or fighters equipped for beyond visual range engagements. The original Philippine configuration has operated with weapons including the AIM-9 Sidewinder, AGM-65 Maverick, guided bombs, conventional bombs, and an internal 20mm cannon. These systems support interception, precision strike, and close air support. But short-range missiles require the aircraft to move closer to an opposing fighter. In a modern engagement, the aircraft that detects and launches first may hold the decisive advantage. This defines the FA-50 role. It is credible for rapid interception, protection of selected airspace, escort missions, and precision strikes against tactical targets. It is far less suited to entering a heavily defended zone without external surveillance and electronic support. The evidence from 2017 proved that the FA-50 could deliver accurate firepower. The unanswered question is whether it can remain effective when the opposing side can detect it earlier, engage it from farther away, and field a much larger combat network. Recognizing these limitations, the Philippines chose not to replace the aircraft with a completely different platform. Instead, Manila decided to strengthen the same fleet while gradually expanding its overall combat capability. On June 3, 2025, Korea Aerospace Industries announced a new contract valued at about 975.3 billion Korean won, equivalent to roughly 713 million United States dollars at the time of signing. The agreement covers 12 additional FA-50 aircraft for the Philippine Air Force, with deliveries scheduled between 2028 and 2030. Because one earlier aircraft was lost during the March 2025 accident, the future fleet is expected to total about 23 aircraft, unless another purchase is approved later. The modernization effort does not stop with new production aircraft. In December 2025, Korea Aerospace Industries also received a separate contract worth approximately 93 billion Korean won to upgrade the 11 existing FA-50 aircraft. Official statements indicate improvements in avionics, mission systems, operational endurance, and the ability to employ more advanced precision-guided weapons. The program is intended to reduce the capability gap between the original fleet and the incoming aircraft. Just as important as new hardware is the ability to share information. During exercise Pitch Black 2026 in Australia, held from July 20 through August 7, the Philippine Air Force deployed 4 FA-50 aircraft alongside nearly 100 aircraft from 21 participating nations. Rather than measuring success by simulated victories, the exercise focused on long-range deployment, multinational command procedures, mission coordination, and operating within a modern coalition environment. Leading global defense analysts argue that this transformation is less about turning a light fighter into a heavyweight aircraft and more about making every sortie more effective. On paper, future upgrades could significantly improve situational awareness and networked operations. However, the Philippine government has not publicly confirmed every future weapon or sensor configuration for the upgraded fleet, so those capabilities should be viewed as part of an evolving modernization program, rather than fully operational facts today. The most difficult challenge, therefore, is timing. The upgraded aircraft and the new production fleet will arrive gradually, while the current force must continue protecting national airspace with a limited number of operational fighters during the transition period. After examining the aircraft, its combat record, and the modernization program, the answer becomes much clearer. This aircraft cannot defend the entire South China Sea by itself. No fleet of 11 operational light fighters could realistically maintain continuous air superiority across such a vast maritime region against a much larger and more complex military force. However, that does not mean the aircraft has failed its mission. Its real value lies in giving the Philippines a credible first response capability that did not exist before deliveries began in 2015. It provides rapid interception, precision strike capability, pilot development, and a visible air presence during periods of heightened regional tension. Those missions become increasingly important as Manila continues shifting its defense strategy from internal security toward external territorial defense. Recent developments reinforce that direction. The additional 12 aircraft ordered in June 2025 and the upgrade program announced in December 2025 demonstrate that the Philippine government intends to expand and improve this fleet rather than replace it immediately. Participation in Exercise Pitch Black 2026 also showed that the Philippine Air Force is investing not only in aircraft, but also in interoperability, long-distance deployment, and multinational operations with partner air forces. Those are measurable improvements supported by official announcements rather than theoretical assumptions. Leading global defense analysts therefore argue that the future effectiveness of this aircraft will depend less on raw speed or maneuverability and more on how well it operates within a broader defense network that includes ground-based radar, maritime surveillance, command and control systems, and cooperation with allied forces. On paper, that integrated approach offers a far stronger defensive posture than relying on any single fighter aircraft alone. The broader lesson extends far beyond one nation or one aircraft. Modern air power is no longer defined only by who owns the fastest fighter. It is increasingly defined by who detects first, shares information fastest, coordinates forces most effectively, and sustains operations over time. In the end, this aircraft should not be judged by whether it can dominate the skies alone. It should be judged by whether it can buy valuable time, strengthen deterrence, and give the Philippines meaningful options during the opening hours of a regional crisis. By that standard, its strategic value is considerably greater than its size might suggest. Now the debate belongs to you. If you were planning the future of the Philippine Air Force, would you continue expanding the FA-50 fleet, or would you prioritize investing in heavier multi-role fighters instead? Share your thoughts in the comments.